Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks very much for watching. Please, if you like these videos, click the thumbs up button. And also, why not subscribe? There's a massive amount of you that watch my videos but don't subscribe. So anyway, if you do, then just click the subscribe button and then the little bell icon as well, and that way you can be notified of any time I release new videos. We're back at the EICR job that you saw a few videos ago, depending on how I've been able to edit these and get these sorted out. So we are doing the remedial works for this. So I'll show you what we've got. A smoke alarm, because the existing one runs out in January. I think I may have mentioned that in the previous video. If not, the existing one, yes, runs out January 2021. But also, it's an ionization alarm. It's up there, if you can see. There you go. That's an ionization alarm. And given that it's within the hallway, passageway of this flat, that's the wrong type of alarm for this location. What actually needs to be in this particular location is an optical smoke alarm, because of the type of alarms, the type of fires that are likely to trigger the type of alarm that you're going to get within these particular areas. That's the reason why we have different types of smoke alarms. Obviously, you have an optical alarm, you have an ionization alarm, you have carbon monoxide alarm, and then you have heat alarm. So we don't just throw in the cheapest one possible, think that'll do. There is actually a reason as to why you fit certain ones. So with this being a hallway, good old EICR brand, and we're fitting the EI3016 optical smoke alarm. This is the mains powered, because this is a rental, mains powered, but with a 10-year lithium battery backup. So none of that change it every 2 years, take out the 9-volt battery. This is basically 10-year fit and forget. So to touch on the reason why we use optical alarms, reading direct from the back of this. I had to answer the door. So the reason why we use optical smoke alarms in this particular area, reading from the back of the box. Optical sensor, ideal for hallway, which is what we're fitting in it, landing, and living room areas. Best for slow smouldering fires, e.g. sofa and TVs. Proven optical sensor with automatic dust compensation. So that's why you fit them in that particular area, as I say, because of the type of fires. I'm thinking what I might do is do a video on the different types: optical, ionization, heat, and carbon monoxide, and why we fit them in the certain areas that we do, just to give you guys out there who are maybe unsure or just think, oh, I'll throw in an ionization, just a bit more further information as to getting the areas covered properly with the correct type of smoke alarm. So anyway, that's why I love the EICR, because they're dead easy to install. So we'll just swap that one over now. And here's why these are so easy to interchange and swap over. You have the base that's already screwed to the ceiling. To detach, you put a flat head screwdriver in to there, and then just push away from you. And it comes straight off the ceiling like that. Done. If you ever wanted to know what's underneath your smoke alarm, if you have one of these EICR ones, that's the base. Nice and easy. Then we get our new one, replaced by July 2031. Again, best for hallway, landing, living room. No battery replacement required. Battery is disconnected when alarm is not on easy fit base. So there you go, straightforward, nice and simple. So all you then do is you get up on your ladder, being very careful. That's the old one beeping away. and align it correctly on the ceiling and pull towards you, hear the click, and there we go. That's it, done. Then we test. That's it. All good, all sorted, and back up and covered again for another 10 years or so. So I've done my little bit about optical smoke alarms and smoke alarms in general, but as I say, I will do a video featuring them all. Now to feature the carbon monoxide alarm. This one is the EICR EI208 carbon monoxide alarm. It's a 10-year sealed-in battery-powered carbon monoxide alarm. Now, if you're watching this and you're a landlord, specifically in England, and you don't provide these for your tenants, I'm going to be a bit harsh and say shame on you, because in one way you are correct that you're not forced to supply these in England. You do have to provide smoke alarms, but carbon monoxide alarms are not mandatory in England. However, is it worth the potential worry or concern, or even your tenants themselves having to go out and buy one for themselves? So 30, 40 quid, which this is less than that. Why not have a carbon monoxide alarm fitted, installed in your property? For that peace of mind, carbon monoxide is the silent killer. It doesn't matter if you are a very good landlord in terms of getting your gas certificate, your CP12s up to date, making sure that's always done using a very reputable firm, and making sure that they dot all the I's, cross all the T's, tick all the boxes, and do things properly to make sure that the gas is tight and is safe, and you can hand on heart say, well, I will never have an issue be it from my gas appliances. I know that precisely very well. That's fine. Well done that you're doing that. That's excellent. However, carbon monoxide can travel from neighbouring properties. So whilst it may not be an issue in your property, potentially downstairs or upstairs or either side, depending on where your property flat is located that you happen to rent out, the carbon monoxide can seep through from a neighbouring property. So would it not be better to actually, I'm not sponsored by EICO, it's just that I like these, and they're very reasonable and almost foolproof and reliable. Why not, for the sake of, there are other brands available, just provide your tenants with a carbon monoxide alarm? I'm just saying. I'll leave it there because obviously it'll be treated as always going on about things because he wants the extra work or whatnot. I don't care if you don't use me to fit the carbon monoxide alarm. Just please get one for your tenants if you don't currently provide them for your tenants. Don't make your tenants be concerned and have to worry about going out and getting one for themselves whenever you hear a news report and they think, oh, well, we haven't got one, we need to go and get one. Also, check it every now and again. Check if you do provide them for your tenants, that it's in date as well. Anyway, rant over. I'm fitting a carbon monoxide alarm here. On to the next little bit of remedial work. So we're in the bathroom now, and if you remember from the previous video, these are not IP rated fittings. Obviously, there is a slight issue because we have a very wide fitting here, and Muggins here forgot to measure exactly the distance of this bit to know what size fitting to get. So, his wholesaler, shout out to the Lamppost, Canterbury, well done guys, thank you. They came up with this suggestion. So, Collingwood Now you're all thinking, oh great, he spent a lot of money, Collingwood. Why didn't he listen to Nargi when he was on about using lap fittings? I agree with Tom Nargi actually on that particular thing. Yes, if it said some people are brand snobbish when it comes to certain things, I have been in the past, and I probably will be in the future about that. But these are the H2 Lite, Lite, and they're sort of budget version of lighting. I've never used Collingwood stuff before. I've seen Dan on DSS using Collingwood a lot, and obviously he raved by them, so I thought I'd give the Collingwood a go. Main reason why I've never really used Collingwood stuff before is because my wholesaler that I've used in the past, or wholesalers I've used in the past, don't stock them straight on the shelf. It's normally an order-in item, and usually with these sort of things you just want to walk in and get whatever they've got on the shelf that they can recommend. So my wholesaler, we've gone for these. These are an adapter fitting. So you fit the normal Collingwood H2 Lite. They're an IP65, 4000 Kelvin. Tom Nargi was talking about different Kelvin ratings on his Fixed Radio show last week, actually. And they are 460 lumens, only 4.4 watts. So they're a dimmable, fire-rated LED downlight. And so what you do is you take this, fit it into there, and then of course that will then sit over there and provide a nice fitting which will cover over the hole from anything from, well, obviously that diameter right out to that. So it's called the Collingwood DL Convert 70MW. If you're looking at that and thinking, oh, do you know what, I've got some holes in ceilings where I've got issues with that, that might be a good idea. And as I say, these aren't the really expensive, like £30 a pop type Collingwood fittings. These are the sort of budget Collingwood, but I'll give them a go. Collingwood have a good name, so we should be all right with them. And this is how they look once you put the adapter kit in. So the fitting itself is about a 90mm fitting, but then it will cover all the way up with this adapter plate to 170mm thereabouts. But I like them. I think they look quite good. Obviously they serve a purpose, not for every particular thing. If you were fitting new spotlights into a ceiling, you wouldn't use these. Obviously you just stick with the internal size, the normal spotlight. But if you've got a slightly larger hole in the ceiling and you're looking for something that looks sleek and modern and nice, but the alternative option is to take out that middle fitting and then mount the new spotlight within that. And then of course you've got the old casing that looks naff and is years old in its place still. So that's not great. Whereas this, yes, may look a bit like a flying saucer on the ceiling, but at least looks neat and clean, and you've got some clean lines there. Very easy to install as well, because you have the push-in connectors, and then this just secures over the top, and then that fits in. So you can do your install, do all your testing that you need to do, and then just push fit that into. So leave these for your first fix part, and then do your testing as I say, and then that will just click into there like so. Quite ingenious so far. Good. And this is how they look. Nice on the ceiling. Personally, I don't think they look too bad, given that we've obviously got to hide a big cutaway. They look very sleek, not much depth dropping down from the ceiling. And then when they switch on, nice amount of light within the room from those two. Only 460 lumens, I think I said, but you know, enough for this sort of space. It's more than adequate for a small bathroom, and obviously they're now IP rated, fire rated, and more energy efficient for the room as well. So that's another tick off the list. So in here we've changed the dimmer module. So that's the little module bit behind the dimmer switch itself. So usually you get this sort of looking dimming module. This is a Crabtree one, just a straightforward up to 250 watts max. That's the normal sort of halogen style. But we've actually replaced it for one of these. This really is my go-to dimming module. It's a V-Pro programmable LED dimmer. Not the cheapest one out there, but definitely the best. Once you've programmed it, it works fantastic. And of course, you don't get any of that flicker. As it says, best LED compatibility out of the box. I have found that to be the case. Various other dimming modules and things I've used. For instance, I've used the Aurora one, and they've got a little wheel on the side that you use with a screwdriver. One time the wheel bit just fell off, so you can't actually adjust it. Obviously, some manufacturers, and with all things, you will have issues. You know, obviously I've just had to replace a very expensive fan on a previous job. But for the most part, the V-Pro dimmers never had any issue with. You can boost the low brightness on startup, so you go through a setting, very comprehensive manual, although you do need to zoom in on bits, instructions, and it's this bit here, adjusting the minimum brightness. So basically you just turn it off and on, off and on, off and on, roughly once every second, as it says in point 3, and then the lights start to step up and down in brightness, and that shows that the dimmer is in configuration mode. And then all you do is just using the dial, adjust to where you want the minimum brightness to be, because sometimes when you first plug these in and set them up, the light is actually, so this is fully bright, but sometimes by the time you get to about there, only like, you know, halfway, the light has gone off. And so you need to adjust it to its minimum brightness setting. And then you just follow that, slowly adjust the brightness, and then it will reset itself, and then you just continue to use the dimmer as normal. And that's it, all done, easy setup, and in some ways fit and forget. And for those of you out there that are purely watching this as like a DIY type thing, but you love your beautiful looking dimmer switches, but you don't want to change it, you don't have to. It's just the dimming module itself. You just remove the knob off the front, and then it's just this bit here and the bit at the back that actually changes, but the plate and the knob at the front stays as it is. So in theory, you don't actually notice that there's anything different, but you can have LED energy saving lights, and it just makes things a lot easier. Okay, hope you can see me all right. It's dark outside now as I'm loading the van, but that's it for that one. All sorted, and I can send the report off to the landlord. All good. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the videos. If you like this sort of content and wish to watch more, by all means check through the full library of content on the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.